how many of you seen it. Basically, I love Tyrone. Tyrone is a national treasure, is a very respectable man, very honest. Like, there's nothing negative you could say about Tyrone. I don't think I've ever seen anything negative about Tyrone. I love his delivery when he does reaction videos. He's kind of like FYP, and he does like FYP reaction videos. He's brilliant. For me, he's one of the best creators on here. Very respectful guy. And I loved the what he was saying with Laura. So basically, he was talking about Laura and she was watching him talk about her. Do you know what I mean? And I think that he conducted himself very respectfully about what he was saying. He is so genuine, and he kind of said what we all kind of think. Do you know what I mean? Because, right, I was seeing on the FYP, like I say, I wasn't watching lives, but I seen on the FYP, Laura's out with Tasha and everything else. And I just want to say this one thing. I thought Laura and Tasha looked absolutely beautiful. I'm not a fan of Laura, however, can't take away that she looked beautiful and stunning in that outfit. Tasha, what a beautiful, I love Tasha. Tasha is lovely. I get nothing but good vibes from Tasha. And yeah, so on the FYP, there was a video of Laura, and she was jumping all over, what's his name, Isaac? She was jumping all over Isaac. And, this is what Tyrone was talking about. The video is there in 4K. Do you know what I mean? For everybody to see. Now, me watching that video personally, I felt that Isaac's kind of like personal space was being invaded. Do you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, imagine a man doing that to a woman. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was a little bit cringy to watch, I'm not going to lie. I just feel like he looked uncomfortable, the way he was pushing her away, and I don't know what she was doing on him and things like that. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, it did look like he was trying to push her off. Do you know what I mean? I wasn't there, can't clarify that. I'm just going on what I'm seeing on the FYP. But yeah, it was a very cringy thing, and I feel like his personal space was invaded. And I feel like we need to have the same energy for, if it was a man doing that to a woman, like how would she feel? Do you get what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm loving the Tyrone and the Laura beef. I'm loving that, he's saying what everybody's thinking. And like I say, I don't hate Laura. There's no hate there, no malice whatsoever. But I agree with what Tyrone was saying. Do you know what I mean? From what I seen Danielle, when I'm talking about the Tyrone and Laura beef, do you know what I mean? It did look like Isaac was pushing her away. So when I open the boxes, come in and tell me what you think. Do you know what I mean? Yes, don't hold back, guys. Don't hold back. And don't come for me, because don't forget, this is just my opinion. Like, Tyrone has an opinion. Anybody has an opinion on a video that you see on the FYP. Do you know what I mean? Yes. So yeah, it's all about personal space, really, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? But like I say, she looked beautiful, looked stunning in her outfit. Tasha was looking gorgeous. Tasha can move, man. Yes. I've seen you do them splits, girl. You know what I mean? I'm jealous. I can't even get down on one knee without fucking not being able to get up. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, you can come in and tell me if you feel like he was pushing her away, he looked uncomfortable. Come in and tell me that. Guys, also as well, all over the FYP is Modine, CLA and Sam Pepper. Doesn't Sam Pepper look like Sideshow Bob? You know what I mean? His hair's up here, I don't know what he's doing. This Sam Pepper guy. I thought he'd left TikTok, but he's back, obviously making himself relevant with CLA. I don't bloody know. But yeah, so obviously Sam, CLA, Modine was at CLA's flat. There was some commotion with Modine. I don't know what G7 is. I have no idea what the G7 is. A gang, whatever. But Modine went outside for a street fight. Sam Pepper tried to stop him. He pushed Sam Pepper out of the way, went out with a stick. There was some commotion in the street. CLA ran back upstairs, which I don't blame her, to be fair, do you know what I mean? Because you don't know what's going to crack off, what people are carrying. But a lot of people are speculating that it was dramatised. I don't know. This is why I want to hear what your opinion is of that situation. Today is a lazy day, guys. It's Whinge Wednesday, first day back. You know, I will get on the FYP properly tomorrow. Sam admitted it. So this is what I want to hear from you. Please get in the box and tell me what you think about everything that I've spoken about, really. Also, as well, I've seen that what did I write? Before we move on, Cobra Kane. Love Cobra Kane, not loved, love Cobra Kane. Is an amazing artist, is a lovely guy. So tomorrow he's spreading an awareness live at 7 p.m. on his own brother. He's doing an awareness live on his own brother because his brother has committed some terrible things. So yes, Thursday, 7 p.m. till 10. Please go and join Cobra Kane's live. I will be in the live as well. He's asked me to join the box or just be there. I've got nothing but mad love for him. I think he's a lovely guy, and I think what he's doing is very brave, obviously, because it's one of his family members. It's just such a brave thing to do, but you know, I think it's very important that what he's doing, because I mean, if his brother's joining TikTok, we need to be aware. Do you know what I mean? It is so brave, isn't it, guys? Can someone pin his at, please? Cobra Kane, he does them diss songs. He does diss songs on the creators. But he's doing a live tomorrow, and I think it's going to be an eye-opener, guys. We need to go and watch, support, and listen to what he's got to say. We need to get awareness out there of wrong guns, guys. Thank you for that comment, Melissa, darling. Thank you very much. So I didn't see Dave and the milk float. However, I did see Dave and Laura, Swearing Shepherdess, get into it on an FYP video. So anyway, I'm sorry, I'm just laughing at Dave. He makes me laugh. Don't know what he's doing with the milk float. You never know what he's up to. So anyway, obviously Dave and Laura's got some beef. Dave were embarrassing on the video. I think of Laura, you know, jumping all over Isaac. And then Laura's clapped back with, how can you say I'm embarrassing or something like that with your criminal conviction and things like that. But I just think pot kettle black. Hang on a minute. Don't be coming for our Dave. You know what I mean? Dave's open with his convictions and his past. We've all got a past, you know what I mean? All of us have got a past. Not me. All I've ever done is nick a pair of socks from Woolworths, and that's about it, criminal-wise. But, like I say, everyone's got a past. Dave owns his. Dave is very, very open that he was a criminal. Sometimes still is, you know what I mean? And that's why we love him, because he's open with it. But, like, going for somebody about the criminal convictions when, you know, your own family are criminals as well, probably in prison for worse, I think is a bit silly, really. That's just my opinion. Yeah, Dave's owned it, isn't Dave's owned it. That's not hers, though. No, I know it's not her criminal convictions, darling, but I feel like if you've got that and you're associated with what she is, you know, the convictions of her whatever, you can't be attacking somebody else for their convictions. Do you know what I mean? Especially when they've openly admitted to it and it was so long ago. Yeah, I just think it's pot kettle black. I'm sorry, but it's the truth. So, you know, that will be. I'm not biased. I'm being truthful. I'm being very, very truthful. Like I say, if you disagree with what I am saying, these boxes for you to come in the box and disagree without fear of getting attacked. You know, I don't want you to I know. Thank you guys for the taps. I don't want you to, not get in the box because you think you're going to get attacked for having a different opinion. So now, guys, what we're going to do is open the boxes and you come and speak about it, guys. You come and tell me whatever you want to talk about. Difference of opinion from me, you are a supporter of anybody that I've spoke about. I want to hear it. Okay. Right, just filling the boxes up. Hello, everybody. Hi, Sarah.
Hi, morning. It's the first
Morning.
it's the first time I've been in your box, so I'm a little bit nervous.
Oh, how does it feel?
It feels good actually. But yeah, I was really shocked about Anthony. I'm not gonna lie. I think it shocked us all, and this is why I'm doing the TikTok blackout, because I stand with you all, and we need to do something about this app. It needs to change. We need some safeguarding, and we need to protect our children on this app.
Yeah. Also, as well, Sarah, I think it's important, like I say, for creators, for gifters, to kind of like make the stand as well, because TikTok really don't care. But us as a community, we have the power to do so that, the gifters, the creators, we have the power. I think it's so important.
We need to use our voices this time, and TikTok need to sit up and listen now, because there's so many wrong ones on this app. Like on the leaderboard with, I'm not going to say his name, we all know the beast. Yeah. We all know. And he shouldn't be up there. He shouldn't be on this app. He really shouldn't.
Yeah, I agree, darling. I agree. And the fact that, there is awareness out there, there is things that are on the FYP. Many lives have been held, and, he's still getting gifted. Like, what do people need to see? You know what I mean? I just think a lot of us can't get our head around it. Do you know what I mean? What's it going to take? The awareness is out there. Everything's out there, Someone's just said, watch Wolf's vids. When I finish speaking to Sarah, if somebody who's seen the Wolf video wants to jump in the box and tell us about it, because I don't know about Wolf's video. Obviously.
I saw Wolf's video.
Yeah. Do you know about it, Sarah?
I know a little bit. He was in a young girl's live, and there was older men gifting a underage girl, and he was trying to bring awareness. That's all I saw, but credit to Wolf for doing that, because we need to spot these wrong ones on this app, and we need to protect our children on this app. Yeah, and with Dave Duran's and DG yesterday with the milk float, it was hilarious.
What happened? Because I was fighting for my life in a plane.
Well, there was out and about, and Dave Duran's, DG told him to get into this milk float in the back. It was so funny, and the driver drove off, so Dave Duran's was in the back. And DG was just laughing his head off, and we could all see him in the back, and then he got out, and it was hilarious. And do you know what? I've never laughed so much in my life, and it's what we need. We need to bring some happiness back into this app, man. Honestly.
Thank you for the subscription, guys. Sarah, everybody else. I feel like Dave and DG, equally they do brilliant content. They are content creators, do you know what I mean? Especially DG's king of content, any real content, but I think them paired together are absolutely hilarious, and I'm absolutely gutted that I picked last week to go away, because I've just missed so much, and I can't wait to catch up on everything that's happened. So when I come back tomorrow, I know everything that's going on, do you know what I mean? Because I didn't get in the house till gone 12 o'clock last night. Yeah, you know what I mean, guys? So allow it today, allow it. I mean,
well, you're looking really well. You're looking really well.
Oh, thank you. Do I suit a tan, guys?
Oh, you do. Yeah.
I love it. Thank you, Sarah, for joining, my darling. And you're also Team Red as well. I love this.
I am always Team Red. Yes, definitely.
Thank you, darling.
You're welcome.
Bye, darling.
Bye.
Hi, Laura.
Hi, you're right.
I'm good. Are you okay, darling?
Yeah, I'm okay. Have you spoken to Jay? I just want to make sure she's okay because she got a lot of shit.
Jay.
Yeah.
So Jay is having, I know she's having today off. She has had a terrible time, I'm not going to lie. But she is today, she's okay. I mean, like, it's not for me to, like, kind of like, I
I
know,
just wanted to make sure she was okay because she got a lot of shit.
yeah,
I
yeah,
haven't
she
seen her
has.
online to see if she was okay.
Yeah, she's fine. Laura, she is fine. She's like, you know, like everybody else, we kind of like mentally struggle sometimes on TikTok, do you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
she's acknowledged that, you know, she's not feeling the best and she's having a day off, maybe two.
Good, I hope she does. You got to watch Dave ran on last Saturday because he went round, 10 people went round and asked strangers for 10 unusual things. That was well funny.
Did he? What kind of things?
Well, one lady asked for a neighbour's husband's ashes to hold. Yeah. And then you had a voodoo doll. And then you had somebody with thrush. Then you had one where she had a sausage stuck in between her leg and she wanted a pair of tongs to take it out. And the lady said, "Can you please not bring it back?" Oh, it was hilarious. It was absolutely out of this world. It was totally hilarious.
What what what
Yeah.
what what was the thrush thing about?
He went to like a random house and said, "Oh, have you got any thrush cream?" And he's like, "No." He goes, "Have you got any yogurt then, please?" And he was like, "No." And then he said, "Have you got any tissue?" And he closed the door on him.
So he was knocking random doors and asking for items, yogurt, thrush cream.
Yeah.
Why have I missed all this, guys? It's not fair. What a week I've had off. Do you know what I mean? It's not fair.
It was well deserved because it cheered the app up, I think. A lot of it because it was
Yeah.
just so funny. And
Yeah.
Dave's face on it all was just hilarious.
Ah, do you know what? I'm glad that people have been laughing after everything that happened, you know, with the Anthony one, and then you got the Diageo business, and you know all the shit that you know you see about me over the FYP. It's nice to you know that they are putting stuff out there that's giving people
It's been
belly
a right
laughter.
pleasure besides certain people, but it's been a right pleasure being on to see people having fun instead of arguing.
Yeah, I agree, darling. I agree, and you know what? Like, I'm not you know revolving this around me, but I really do not plan on bringing any more drama to the FYP. Do you know what I mean? I'm just going to do this and
You
just
just
stay out
do
of the
what
whole
you do,
drama.
and that's what everybody likes because you're just doing what you do.
Yeah,
And that's
yeah.
what a lot of people are trying to do at the moment, is trying to be you, but it's not going to work.
Yeah, like I say, like, you know, some of my friends, you know, you got Luke, Zach, and other people do the FYP news, you know, I think it's great, but when you got someone like Evil Queen jumping on it purely because she's fell off and, you know, she's obsessed with me and she hates the fact that I won't be a friend, you know, I don't like that. Do you know what I mean?
And it's Andy as well. I'm sorry, I've got to bring her name up. I'm really sorry. But she's been absolutely vile. And I don't see why. Because in my eyes, she's playing a victim, but she's not a victim because she's the bully.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's not what she's understanding because she's now the bully now, not the victim. She's the bully.
Yeah, like, do you know, like, obviously I'm no angel. I've done shitty things, said shitty things, made shitty moves. You know, I'm not saying I'm perfect. I've never claimed to be. But with that one, right, the stuff that leaves her mouth is the sickest stuff that's ever said, and it's said too much. So for her to be constantly talking about people doing this with, you know, minors and, you know, doing this with their own children, it's not a normal thought process. I'm sorry. I don't care what anybody says. Her thought process actually thinks like that because it's leaving her mouth too much. Yeah. It's being said too much.
People in their lives are being through some sort of...
I'm talking about Evil Queen, guys.
and other trauma, but you don't need to keep going on about it, and that's all she does. That's her life. It's
Who are you talking about, darling?
Evil Queen.
Oh yeah, see, we're talking about Evil Queen, guys. Yeah, it's you got people on like Deidre being called out on here and all the other wrong-uns, but
Angie is a
why is she allowed to sit there and talk about children and
Honestly,
parents doing? It's wrong, guys. It's
bullies
wrong.
being bullies, but they want to be the victim, but they're not. They're the bullies.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
that's what they need to understand. They can sit there and get all the people in, but all they're doing is being pure bullies.
Yeah, yeah,
And that's wrong.
yeah. Yeah,
Sorry,
I
I don't
agree.
mean to go on.
It's all right, Laura. Thank you for joining, my darling.
Glad you had a nice holiday. Glad you're back.
Thank you, my love. Thank
Bye.
you. My love. Guys, I was talking about Evil Queen. Evil Queen's are wrong with the stuff that she says about kids. And it's the truth. It's the truth. Hi, Scottish.
Hiya. I've got a chest infection, so I sound a bit funny just now. Because there's been so much happening on the app, I'm normally just like a watcher. I've only been watching for a couple of months now. I normally sort of go on Twitch and stuff, but I just want to bring attention to the guy, Don G, that's on the weeklies number 83.
Oh, yeah.
Been called out for quite a lot of stuff, and recently he's been harassing, abusing women. The way he speaks to women is absolutely disgusting on this app. So I was bringing awareness. There's been quite a lot of videos on the FYP about him as well. He was like, he's the one that pulled up Sophie Rose, I think, and, got the arrested for pulling her up outside their shop. So yeah, he's spoken to me like shit, other people as well, and he's just a horrible woman manipulator.
Really?
And he has actually been sending threats to somebody else towards their 3 nieces. So he was threatening like a 2, a 5 and an 11-year-old, like all girls, children as well.
Really?
Yeah, so he's another one on this app that's a really disgusting, vile person that needs to be called out as well.
She's talking about Don G, guys. Don G.
I did put up a video about it, but it just got taken down this morning. So yeah. And he had, when all the bigger creators were talking about the blackout this week, he was one of the ones that had a big, strong opinion on it, and he was basically going on and making it all about him. But yeah, there has been quite a lot about him on the app recently.
Yeah. Like I say, I've not been on TikTok actively for a week, so I've missed all this. But guys, yeah, another wrong gun. That Brummy our kids, like the videos that I've seen on him on the FYP, where he's talking openly like, I HITU. Do you know what I mean? His girlfriend's there, and the way he's speaking to her. But yet, morning Simon, people are still gifting him, sat in his life, and he's showing you who he is. Do you know what I mean? What is wrong with TikTok? What is going on? Like, what do you need? Do you need to see it in 4K, like Tyrone said, to believe it? You can hear him saying it the way he is on screen, same as that the Adro one. Do you know what I mean? The stuff that's come out of him, the fact is on Claire's Law. What do people need to see to believe it? Yeah.
Yeah, no, I just thought I would bring him up, so he's another one you need to watch out for.
Yeah. Thank you, Scottish Cows, for coming on, my darling.
Thank you. Bye. Thanks.
Darling.
Bye.
Bye, darling. Hi, Hayley.
Yeah, you all right?
I'm all right, my darling. Are you okay?
Yeah, firstly, welcome back and thank you for coming back because I've had nothing to do all week.
Oh, I bet you've got
I've had
loads of
to
housework done, didn't you,
something.
Hayley? Because everyone's messaged me like, I've got so much housework done, but hurry up there.
Yeah, I've been painting and wallpapering just to keep me busy because I've had nothing to do.
Driving me mad.
Yeah, oh yeah, and Emma's taken a week off work as well because I think she just wants to watch your live as well.
Hello, darling.
Hello.
Yeah, we're currently wallpapering, so it's great fun. We'll
Are
probably
you
be
with it?
arguing by the end of the week. We'll be on the FYP because we'll be having a full-on fight through the wallpapering.
Do you know what? I applaud anybody that can do wallpapering because I can't even lift a paintbrush.
I can do it, but it makes me quite evil. I just turn evil when I get wallpapering. I just don't know what. You'll be talking about me tomorrow because I'll be all on the FYP.
Oh,
I just
Hayley, darling.
I've got, obviously, because it's Whinge Wednesday, I just had a bit of a whinge. I'm not going to mention any names because obviously that's what they want, isn't it? They want people to say their names so that, you know, they kind of get important on the app. But last week I went through a few lives, and I was like going into about 3 or 4 just lives just to be nosy. Not that I support them, I'm just nosy. And I was watching them and they were all just bitching about you and saying this, you know, these different things. And I went on all these lives, and in the end I commented on one. I was like, you're just like playground bullies. Why don't you all just get a life? Have you got nothing better to do?
See, that's the thing, Kaylee, right? You know, I am aware that people are, you know, going live and talking about me, people that I used to be friends with, you know, saying whatever they're saying, but I'm just not buying into it because at the end of the day, show your proof where I've bullied you, show your proof of what I've done to you. I've not told anybody to unmod anybody. I've not told any of my friends to take donations back. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, these people need to realise that their shit stinks too. Do you get what I'm saying? But I'm not going to talk about them. I'm not giving it time of day. I'm not going to jump in boxes to defend myself because at the end of the day, you know, these people are only angry and bitter because I put barriers up. That is the only reason why. Do you know what I mean? I put boundaries into place and I'm entitled to do that. If I think you're a wrong gun and you're not loyal, you ain't being around me, and that's as simple as that. So yeah, Hayley, don't worry about it, darling.
But I'm not going to obviously mention the name on here either, but I actually got a private message on here, and I actually know the person personally, on Facebook as well, basically saying, oh, don't support Miss Red, don't have anything to do with her. And I think my response was, well, I'm an adult and I make my own decisions on, you know, who I support and who I don't.
Yeah, exactly that. Like I say, like these people that sit in boxes, digging me out and everything else, you know, you're not really innocent, are you guys? Let's be honest. And like I say, I put boundaries into place. If they don't like that, then that's up to them. But please show your proof.
Yeah.
Come in here.
People in the
I'll
comments,
shut the whole life down.
Name, but people in the comments know.
I'll shut the whole life down. I'm talking about people that was once friends with me.
Yeah.
Come in the box. I'll join your
live.
live.
The name, but it's all in the comments. So everyone knows who I mean without even saying it. But if this person is watching, I don't want to comment, but I'm still here.
Yeah, Hayley, I don't really want to give it any. I don't really want to give these people any. I'm not going to say relevance because that, like, you know, I'm not going to say that. But I don't want to give it any airtime because at the end of the day, you know, what goes around comes around is all I'm going to say. What goes around comes around, and that's it. Just leave them to it. You know, leave them to it.
Yeah. Oh, well, team Miss Red all the way. Anyway. So.
Thank you, Hannah, darling.
Good speak. All right. Bye.
Bye, darling. Bye. Oh, bless her.
I never know how to do this.
Yeah, like I'm saying, guys, I'm seeing the names in the comments and I'm not going to call out anybody. I wouldn't do that anyway. That's why I let these people say whatever they want to say because I'm not jumping in boxes and defending myself. You know, the truth always comes out in the end. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, you know, you can say that I'm this person, that person, but, you know, let's not forget your shit don't stink. Do you know what I mean? Yes. Hi, Queen.
Hello.
Hello, darling.
I was in Tyrone's live last night. He showed the little clip. It was about a 15-minute conversation about it, like he does with his goggle talk. Now, my concern is you know, she said things about other mans, yeah, and she was throwing herself at him, and we seen at the end of the video he was literally pushing her away. She was right on him. So Tyrone was talking about it, and next minute Laura's like actually listening to it, and then
that's what I said.
But she said, "Oh, Tyrone's been talking about me all night." No, he wasn't. He wasn't. He was just doing his normal, what he does,
Yeah.
you know? And for her to say things about other men, yeah, and see that, you can see she's dangerous,
Yeah.
yeah? Now,
Yeah.
I'm a victim recently to someone on TikTok,
I'm sorry to hear that, darling.
and I've had to go to the police and everything. I'm scared to go out because of him, yeah? And yeah, it's scary. In 2 years I've been on here, I've never ever had someone that stalks, has a go at women, and I mean, there's loads of women. He's a bit like, what's his name? James B. If
See,
you know
somebody.
what,
Sorry,
he
Queen.
lowers
Somebody just said
vulnerable
it was
women.
lifting her up, not pushing her away. I'm sorry, but from what I seen, he looked very awkward to me, and you could kind of see him pushing her away. He looked very
Yeah,
awkward to me. Looked
yeah.
embarrassed. I'm sorry. I'm going to say it as it is. He looked a
He
little
was
bit
probably a
embarrassed.
bit scared as well that she might make accusations,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. I didn't see the live, guys. I'm just going off what I seen with Tyrone's live and the video that I watched.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And
But
I'm
he
not going to
wasn't
change
going
my
on about
opinion.
her all night, Tyrone. He was only talking about her 10-15 minutes to do with the
Yeah,
video.
yeah,
And that was it. And then it became like she brought some other man in to like back her up and everything.
yeah, yeah. Like I said, I didn't see it all. I'm just talking about what I did see.
Like,
Thank you,
you
Queen,
know,
my darling.
he goes through different videos. Do you know what I mean? Not just one
Yeah,
person.
yeah,
And that's what he was
exactly that.
doing.
Yeah, yeah, exactly that. Thank you, Queen, my darling, for joining.
Yeah, that's all right. Thank you.
Thank you, love.
You know, I just
Yeah,
wanted
Tyrone.
to say that
Ty-
I've seen it.
yeah, thank you, love.
Yeah.
See, Tyrone's here, guys, in the comments. Tyrone said, I only reacted to the video because of what she was saying about me in the morning. See what I mean? Right, guys. Sorry, my live's glitching. Hi, Sophie.
Morning, darling. So nice to see you back. We've missed you
Yeah,
very,
I'm
very much.
happy to be back. It's going to take me a day or two to get into the swing of things again because I'm still a bit, triggered off my near-death experience with the being in a storm. Do you know what I mean, Sophie?
Lovely. I've got a couple of things that I wanted to mention. Same as Queenie, the thing that she said about Speedo and then she's gone and done this, surely that has put Speedo in some sort of feelings because he must have seen that video and that's got to have triggered him. It's got to have done because the thing she said about him and then she's throwing herself at another man, it's got to have made him very uncomfortable.
Yeah. Yeah,
The other thing was,
Queen, sorry, Sophie, Queen, can I ask you to jump out the box so I can get Tyrone in because we're actually speaking about that situation. Is that okay, Queen? Oh, thank you, Queen. Sorry, Sophie, carry on.
the other thing was that I love watching Angie in the evening. She is definitely my guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
And the other night to see her so scared and mentally drained because somebody had threatened to STAB her is absolutely vile.
Yeah.
Seeing her in that situation was horrendous.
Yeah, I don't like that, people are putting threats like that out there for anybody. It's not nice to hear. It really
not.
isn't. Yeah.
And she's already like mentally not in a great place at the moment anyway, and you can definitely see that within her. So for people to be putting that out, she's a vulnerable lady. Yes, she's very controversial and not everybody loves her. I get that. But it wasn't nice to see.
Yeah, I mean, I think maybe Anne should take her own advice, and if the mental health is that bad, she should take a break from TikTok. You know, I think she should take her own help, her own advice where that's concerned.
Yeah, it's definitely that she says it to other people, but she still comes on herself, I suppose.
Yeah, there you go. I think, like, you know, I've done it myself. You know, my head's been mashed up with things go, and I've took a break for a couple of days. I think if it's that bad, take a break, end of. But thank you, Sophie, for joining, my
And
darling.
may I also just add why Tyrone's in the box? I absolutely love you.
We do love Tyrone in here.
We absolutely
Thank you,
do love
Sophie, my
Tyrone.
darling.
Appreciate it. Can you not hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you, mate.
Okay, cool. But anyway, look, so even though it is 4K, I'll provide the context to what I just said in the comments. So the only reason I reacted to it, and there was no other reason, was because in the morning, through someone else's live, she was cussing me out. So that is literally the only reason why I reacted to that video. Anyway, also, this also proves a point. I've said this from day. It doesn't matter if something is in 4K, there will always be a side A and a side B on whatever they want to believe. And even if they do believe it, yeah, sometimes people are on side B because they want, you know, the drama and they want to watch the, you know, someone have a back and forth in it. But look, it just shows you someone can be fully in the wrong. It's all clear. The facts are there, but there will still be, you know, them people with them, I don't know if it's like the brown hearts or whatever they go with in the comments talking rubbish. So it just shows you, you know what I mean? That's the way the app works.
Tyrone, thank you for joining. I actually really, really love you. I think you're one of the best people on here, and I love your reactions. You know, I think you do it very respectfully. Can I ask you, right? Do you know that where she was on Isaac, do you feel like he looked a bit embarrassed or he was pushing her away?
Well, you can obviously see the eyes, innit, towards the camera, innit? So all we can do is make a judgment or make an opinion on what we see, innit? We don't know exactly what was going through his head. But I'm sure, like, if he heard her saying about, he was all over her, I'm sure he would have an opinion on that, do you get me? Because from what we saw, and 99% of the people in the ear sees the opposite, that she was all over him, innit? Do you get me?
Yeah.
So it's one of them ones. Only he can say what he was thinking, and only we can say what we're thinking, innit?
Tyrone, I love that. Why you always lying?
But listen, I'm gonna have some breakfast and I'm gonna watch in it. But I just wanted to clear up before, you know, I literally only reacted to it because of how she came at me when, you know, I mean, I wasn't reacting it, or no, in defense of anyone or anything like that. Before people start trying to claim that's what it is, it was literally because of that. But,
Okay, my darling. Well, thank you for joining, and I'm really happy that you jumped in my box.
Nah, thanks for having me. I'll see you in a bit. Bye.
Bye, darling.
Hey, Miss Red, can I speak next, if that's okay?
Yeah, of course.
Just building on Tyrone's point, I don't have an opinion, and I won't be drawn on it with regards to the other stuff that's gone on between Shep and the other creators.
Yeah.
But what I would say is, Tyrone, if you haven't watched it, go and watch the clips from that, because that was a textbook lesson in how your words can be switched up instantly. There were three things, really. One, he talked about the forced patois, and what she heard and repeated was fake patois, which is not what he said, which is quite sort of provocative to say. Secondly, he said, you know, you're old enough to be my mother. And she said, he's going for my looks. You're saying that I look old enough, you know, but he was actually stating a fact.
Yeah.
So that's how quickly things can switch up. On the point about whether, you know, she was all over him or he was all over her, we saw one clip, and from that he did a reaction.
Yeah.
It was the words around it. So, you know, no, he was chasing her around trying to kiss her and stuff like that. I think that's the bit for me that's a little bit dangerous. I know it's hard when people are coming at you and you're trying to defend yourself, but I think that from what Tyrone said, 4:00 in the morning, she sort of went for him when he was on a friend's live, pinging a friend a rose or something, and it's sort of gone from there. So, I could see he paused about whether to do it or not, whether that was just Tyrone being Tyrone and doing his little troll routine. He was always going to use it, who knows. But what I thought was, if only everyone could be as respectful and balanced in the approach, because he never got nasty.
Yes.
He's just so clever, and I think people underestimate how smart Tyrone can be in these situations. I really like watching him. He's just really different from the other creators.
He's one of my favourite people on here because he's very respectful. He doesn't say things like, that would trigger people. He's just very honest. And I just a lovely person. And, the fact that he was kind of like, things were being twisted on him, I did like that. But I think he handled it very, very well, because he picked up on everything straight away. Well, no, I didn't say this. No, I didn't say that.
Yeah, he knew. He even called what was going to happen before it happened. So yeah, it was an education. But listen, never mind that. What about this week? So we've had people imprisoned. We've had children on the rankings. We've had trolling at an all-time high. We've had the implosion of Angie's cult. We've had the newspaper articles. We've had the loose women thing about TikTok. I mean, could you absolutely have taken a worse / better week off?
Do you know what I mean? Like, I think if it weren't for my dad, people probably thought I had I was skiving, do you know what I mean? So I didn't have to talk about it, but I just can't believe I've missed all this in a week. It has been insane. What an insane week. I'm not having another holiday, guys.
No, I'm obviously people have seen me jump up in boxes and things like that. I'm really, really sort of passionate about what's going on with this protest. And I know that you can't please all of the people. All of the people have said things that others don't agree with, and people are questioning the motivations. But the bottom line is, whenever you've got those thoughts about why people are really doing it, it doesn't care if it's having the impact that we need.